Okay, pa. Okay, Mageshwari, please tell about yourself.
Uh, Hi, this is Maheshwari. I just now complete my Salesforce training as a fresher in AG skill development. Have completed my graduation in Kumaraguru College of Technology in Coimbatore at the year of 2020.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Now I'm looking forward to have my opportunity in IT field.
Okay. Okay. And may I know how much trial head points you have?
I have completed almost 60 plus trial head batches and 3 super batches.
Okay. Okay. And what about certifications?
Yeah, I'm planning for that. I'm almost completed my Unit 2 Salesforce program other than Apex Specialist Super Batch. After completing Apex Specialist, I will plan for my certification.
Okay. How long you have been taking the training in AJ skill development?
I have started in February 2021, sorry, this year.
Okay. It means Feb, March, April, and it's almost May. Almost 3.5 months of training.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Tell me what is record type?
Record type is nothing but a pick list of page layouts. If you want a user to select the page layout of their own, we can go for record type.
Okay. Then what is page layout?
Page layout is we can customize how to look, how to arrange fields, whether it is maybe required. We can rearrange our fields.
Okay.
Like that. We in page layout in Salesforce, the page layout is nothing but we can customize our own fields, the properties of fields, and the arrangement of fields.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. Okay. What is the difference between profiles and roles?
Profile is a set of permissions given to the user. Every user must have a profile, and every user must have only one profile, but one profile is grant access to many users. The role is not like that profile. If you want a role, we can have. Otherwise, will not need it.
Okay. Okay. What is OWD?
Organization while default is in Salesforce, we can have permissions like private, public, and private read and write like that. It's base level of security in Salesforce.
Okay. What are different levels of security in Salesforce?
Organization while default, record level security, field level security, sharing setting. Sharing setting is nothing but record level security. Field level security can be achieved through permission sets like that.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Okay. What are the different actions available in workflow?
There are 4 main actions available in workflow. One is task, outbound message, email alert. Another one is field update.
Okay. Okay. And what is the difference between workflow and process builder?
In workflow, the main difference in workflow, we can only update the related record fields of object. No, only the fields of the object, but in process builder, we can update the related object field records also.
Okay. Anything else?
There are many other process in process builder like calling an Apex, calling a flow. But in workflow, there are only 4 actions. We can schedule the action in process builder.
Even in
In
workflow, you
work,
can schedule it.
yeah, workflow also
Hmm.
we can schedule.
Hmm.
In workflow, we have two criteria. One is rule criteria and evaluation criteria. But in process builder, we have only one criteria.
Can you come again? What is the criteria?
Rule criteria and evaluation criteria and workflow.
Even in process builder, you have that, right?
There is only one criteria and action. We can go directly to the
Okay.
action.
Okay, tell me what is that criteria? What are the different criteria in workflow?
One is rule criteria.
Hmm.
The rule criteria is nothing but if we have
Hmm.
these options,
You are talking about created, and every time created
edited.
and subsequently meet the criteria, right?
Yeah,
You are
yeah.
saying that this is available in workflow, it is not available in process builder. Is that your answer?
No.
Hmm. Okay. What is the
No.
difference you are trying to say?
Uh,
Okay,
that's
in
all
the
the
process
difference.
builder, where you will find those three criteria like created and editor, created and editor, subsequently with that criteria. In workflow, you have this,
Uh,
right? In process builder, where you will find this
in the criteria itself, tab itself.
criteria tab. Okay, what are the actions you will see in the criteria tab?
Created and edited only.
Okay, what about the third one? Creator, editor, and subsequently meet the criteria.
It's available in workflow. It means
No, my question is,
it
yes, it is available in workflow.
yeah.
Whether it is available in process builder?
No, I think.
Okay, the answer is yes. It is available in process builder. You can
Okay.
find that in the advanced options.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay, any other difference between workflow and process builder?
Mm,
Important thing in workflow, you will have to create multiple rules for multiple criteria. Whereas in process builder, you can have the multiple criteria in one single process. For example, if the rule satisfies this criteria, send an email. If not, the else part. If it satisfies, send this mail or say update this list. So this kind of else part is
okay.
the multiple criteria can be set up in the process builder. Whereas in
Okay.
workflow, we cannot do it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, fine. Okay, then what is the difference between process builder and trigger?
Uh, in process builder, we can only update and create a record. We cannot delete and upsert.
Hmm.
Cannot be done in a process builder, so
Hmm.
we can go for a trigger.
How about deleting some records by calling Apex class? Is it possible?
In
Process
process
builder.
builder.
Hmm.
No. In Apex class we can. No, it's not possible, I think.
Okay, you give a try after this call. Have a
Okay.
process builder, have Apex class,
Okay.
call that Apex class and try to delete the record. See whether you are able to.
Through process builder.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are saying that in trigger we can delete it, right? Through process
Yeah.
builder, see by calling the Apex class whether you are able to delete it or not.
Okay.
What else? The difference?
In process builder, uh, it's a declarative form, and trigger is a code format.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay. The important difference is in process builder there is no before actions. Kind of
okay.
validation and all you cannot do. But in trigger, there is a before trigger is there.
Okay.
It will do the before update, before insert
After.
actions.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Have you worked on flow?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me the recent update happened in flow in the last Salesforce release.
Uh,
Okay, if you never gone through the release documents, and any idea what is the latest release in Salesforce?
No, I don't know.
I guess it is summer 21. I think the spring 21 is completed and summer 21 is happening. But it is really important as a Salesforce developer, you should be aware of what is the current release, what is the current API version. Okay, you should
Okay.
be aware of that. That is important. And
Okay.
another thing, yes, flows. Yeah, there are many blogs available. You don't need to go through all the full pages of release documents in Salesforce. There are many very good blogs are available. You can just go with latest Salesforce release update, latest flow updates, and try to see what are the recent things happening, especially in the flows.
Okay.
Have you worked on Lightning Web Components?
Yeah.
Okay. What is? Tell me some decorators you worked on.
Decorators means
Hmm.
header.
Decorators in the sense, mm, we can frame like that add API, add wire. What few
Wire,
decorators, right?
wire, track,
Okay,
and
what is track?
API. Track, we can use track when the value changes dynamically, means we can go for track.
Okay, what is wire?
If you use if you call Apex from LWC, and from the Apex we have to get records and record field values, we can go for wire.
See, to get the you mean to say from the JavaScript to call Apex, I will use wire.
Yeah.
Is there any other way to call the Apex class from JavaScript apart from wire?
We can use import.
Import.
Import the method name from.
Okay. See, obviously, by using if you have to use wire, you have to import the class and methods. Then only you can use wire also. Correct?
Yeah, from importing the Apex class, from the Apex class we have to get field values and records. For that we use wire.
Correct. But my question is, apart from wire, is there any way where you can access the Apex class from JavaScript?
No, I think. We can use record API.
Okay. There is one more method called imperative calling. Wire method is something on while the component itself loading. By the time if you want to call Apex class, you can use wire method. But if you want to call some Apex class on demand, like when I click this button, it should call the Apex class. I hope you would have done that account search case studies and all, right? That you enter some account name, click the button, then if you go and search it in Apex, then it will return the value. It is an imperative call. So these are two methods you can use to call the Apex class from the JavaScript. Okay, what is the difference between let and where in JavaScript?
Where in where we can assign a value. It will be available only inside the bracket. Other than that, we cannot have the value. We can assign another value to that variable. It will not affect.
See, when you are going to explore some where or let, right? Explain them with the scope.
Where is a global scope. Let is not.
Let will have a limited to the scopes. Okay, so that's what while explaining, you explain these two with a scope. Then only the other person will understand. Okay. What are the different events available in Trigger?
Trigger. Is insert, update, upsert, and delete.
See, if they ask events, it is not only insert update. You should say like before insert, before update, after insert. These are the events. Okay. What are the best practices you follow while writing Trigger?
While writing Trigger, we should not include any for loops inside Inside if
Okay, if you haven't explored that part, please explore. Maybe let me give you a few examples. It should be logic-less trigger, which means the trigger should not have the logic. Whatever the logic you return, it should be in the handler class. Okay, you should call the handler class method inside the trigger. That is one. Another thing is, as a general Apex thing, you should not do DML statements within the for loop. And if it is a before update or before insert trigger, you should not use any DML statement because it is no need. If you're going to use after insert or after update and you're going to make any insert or update in related records, yes, you have to use a DML statement. That also outside the for loop. No SOQL query inside the for loop. Okay. So these are some basic best practices you can follow while writing the trigger, but there are many, but you explore that. Okay. Okay. What is Apex Batch? For what purpose we go for Apex Batch?
Apex Batch, if you want to operate bulk records, we go for batch, Apex Batch.
Any example?
If you want to insert 550,000 records at a time, if you go for a batch class, it will divided into a batches containing 200 records per batch, and will operate.
So you mean to say it will divide that as only 200 records per batch?
No, by default it will be 200. If you give any values, it will take as this.
Can I give 5,000?
No. It maximum is 200.
Maximum is 200?
Yeah.
And what is the minimum?
Minimum is 200. Maximum is 2000, I think.
Okay. Answer is 200 is a default. If you're not going to give any size, by default it will take 200. Minimum you can even give 1. It will process 1 record per batch. Maximum 2000. Okay. What is the interfaces you will use for batchable? I mean Apex Batch.
Start, execute, and finish.
I'm asking interface.
Interface is batchable.
It is database.batchable.
Batchable.
First of all, what is interface?
Interface, if you want to give any future methods, we use future like that.
Interface it's itself just a class, okay, but the interface has some defined methods. If you are going to implement any interface in any class, because in batch what you are doing, you are entering the class name, then you are putting implements database.batchable, right? So if you are implementing, which means if you are implementing the interface, you should definitely use the methods declared in that interface. The interface don't have the definition for the methods, but it has a declaration of the methods. Say for example, database batchable is an interface. It has 3 methods: start, execute, finish. Okay. And implementing in the global class called the batchable class. That's the reason we should have the methods that start, execute, and finish. If you remove any of the method, it won't work. Okay, but I just give a brief about the interface, but explore about interfaces. It is a general concept. Okay, let's see whether I have covered everything pretty much, or is there anything else? Okay. Just give me a moment. I'm going through our syllabus. Let me ask you a few questions on that as well. Have you worked on integration?
No, I just saw the videos, but I didn't practice anything.
Okay. Special functions. Okay, what is future method?
If you want to have a class in future, if the value changes to this, you want to have a class, means we will go for a future methods.
How you will declare future method?
By using a keyword future.
It should be at future. Okay.
At
If we want to do some small functionality in the asynchronous way, we can go for future method. And it's queuable.
queuable. It, these are all asynchronous process of Apex. Queuable is nothing but we can queue the Apex class.
Okay. We have videos about asynchronous Apex batch, queuable and future. It is available in the drive itself. You can refer Nagarajan's video or my video. Okay. Have a good understanding on that and have some example also. You need a better understanding in this one. What is wrapper class?
Wrapper class is just a container class.
Hmm.
It contains primitive data types inside that. We can call a wrapper class from any other class.
You can call wrapper class. Okay. What is primitive data and what is non-primitive data types?
Primitive data type is nothing but integer, integer string, and all. Non-primitive data types is like Boolean. Boolean. Primitive data types we use often. Non-primitive data type.
Okay. What is primitive? What is non-primitive? For what purpose are you primitive? Which data types cannot be used in future method?
Which data type?
Cannot be used in the future method. While calling the function. It is non-primitive data type. Okay. So you need to explore this part as well. What is primitive data type, non-primitive, and why so, and blah blah blah. Okay. And okay, that's pretty much. And I give you a few things that when you start going to introduce yourself, at least it should go for at least a minute. Your introduce yourself just go for only 10 seconds. So you have a lot of things to tell about yourself, right? Like you can start like, hi, have a bold voice and a confident voice. Hi, I'm Mageshwari. I'm from Chennai. I completed my B or B Tech in Kumaragal College Kumaragal College, Coimbatore, in 2019 or 2020. Then I started Salesforce training in AJ skill development last February. I've been getting training in both Salesforce admin and development. I have completed these many coins and in trailheads, and I have completed these many super batches, and I'm practicing the use cases given by our trainers every day. So it has a very good flow, right? So the flow is very important. At the same time, the confident level also very important. I know you are a very confident candidate and you have a very good communication. Maybe it's because of the interview that I find you a little bit low in terms of giving your that bold statement. Okay, so if you know, tell them upfront. If you don't know, tell them no. I never worked on that. Simple. I'm not expecting you to tell answer for all my questions. It is not like only if I'm going to ask you 25 questions. If you're going to answer all the 25, I'm going to recruit you. No recruiter will have that mindset. The recruiting mindset will be how confident the candidate are with the subject. That is one thing. Second thing is your learning attitude. You should show the learning attitude. Then, say for example, if I'm asking something and you said, no, I just started explore this part, but I will definitely go through this because I know it is very important. Or if go through that, I'm a quick learner. I can learn this thing quickly. Even I have learned my Salesforce in just 2 months. I find it very easier. It's a matter of 1 day or 2 days. I can learn these things. So learning attitude you should show. Okay. This is other thing. Apart from that, you have our syllabus with you, HA skill development syllabus with you. Okay. And in that, you can ignore the advanced development part. Maybe you can still ignore integration, but I would recommend go through the integration as well. Okay. Prepare what is what in all the topics. So say for example, the very first question I asked you is what is record type, but your answer was started like it is a pick list value. Record type is not a pick list. Okay, it is a pick list for page layout. You thought that there is a pick list available. If I select this pick list, the page layout will appear. If that is your understanding, then it is wrong. Record type is a concept introduced by the Salesforce to differentiate the records within the same object. You have done a case study, right, on individual and organizations and all. Right? Why you have done that? You need to segregate the data for individual and then organization. And by using record type, you can restrict the pick list values. You have done the ABC. That's what you have done. You have restricted the pick list values on the brand and all, right?
Okay.
The difference between the profile, you have mentioned that if I create the user, profile is mandatory, role is not mandatory. But actual answer is, that is one such answer, but it should be sounded like in the data security point of view. If I go for field level security, object level security, I will do using profiles. If it is a record level security, I will do using roles. This is the proper answer.
Okay.
So these are the few things that you need to just fine tuning. I don't say your performance in this mock interview is bad. It is good. Okay. You are a well potential candidate that performed that interview very good and to meet the interviewer's expectation. All that you need to correct these few mistakes. And one more thing is we have uploaded a lot of mock interviews in our drive itself and interview questions as well.
Okay.
At least go through the mock interview videos, okay, before you going through the interview questions.
Okay.
Go through our curriculum, except advanced development part. You just recollect whatever you learned so far. You don't need to learn a new thing at now because your interview will be scheduled in a day or two, right? So you don't have to start learning a new things. Just stop your skills. Whatever you learned so far, stop the skills, and whatever you know, put that alone in the resume. If you are confident in whatever the topics you are going to put it in a resume, it is enough. I don't want you to be an expert in everything.
Okay.
If you know few things, but you know that very well, right? It is enough. Okay, Mankeshwari. All right. I will be sharing this recordings to our students as well, for whom it will be beneficial, so that they can also come to know how the interview goes, how the mock interview goes. They will find it beneficial. I hope you don't mind, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. Is there any? Do you have any questions apart from that?
No, I think I have to improve my developer knowledge.
You have still a lot of days to go because you just kickstart your Salesforce journey.
Yeah,
I really find
I
you
don't
got
have coding knowledge before that. As I was a textile engineering graduate, so the coding part was very new to me. I find very difficult to learn.
That is fine. If you ask me, that is really fine because from the last few months, I've been observing you. You are such a quick learner, and if you get a proper guidance, you will perform better. And since we have started this the new initiative and all, I hope you are attending the daily sessions, right?
Yeah.
Make use of that. Yeah.
It's a 45-day session. We will be covering both LWC and Aura in this 45
Aura
days.
components we won't cover. We'll definitely cover LWC and VAST, LWC, JavaScript and everything. Aura components I have already told you, right? You can take a look at the Niranjan's video. It's a very, very good video and he's a specialist in Aura component. He's the one who took the classes. You can go through his video. I don't want you to get into deep dive into Aura at this moment. Maybe by project requirements, you can go through that and at least get a basic understanding. What is Aura component? What is HTML in Aura component? What is JS? What is component event handler? The event can be passed. What is on-click, on-demand? Okay. So likewise, just to understand the basics of Aura, at least you should know the flow. If from the Aura component, how you will call the Apex class? What is each method? This level of understanding in Aura is fine. I don't want you to do some complex coding and all. Because all of a sudden, if I am going to give you some task on Aura, you should not feel odd. Oh, I don't know Aura. I never tried it. Not like that. At least you go through the initial 2 or 3 videos, get some basic understanding, do some basic example like getting a value from the UI and processing it in the JS and pass it to Apex. Then from Apex, get the value from JS and display it in UI. You can try the same example you tried, that law compliant, email to others. You can
In
try the.
or also.
Okay. Because
Okay.
both are lightning only, right?
Okay.
All right, Mageshwar, just prepare this well. You will get a call at any time. Okay.
Okay.
So prepare well. All the very best. And please send if you are not confident on few topics. Maybe you can revise your resume and you can send it to me. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.